Christian story doesn't start with Jesus. Actually, God's plan for redemption started long before Jesus, back in the beginning. And today's reading in Acts chapter 13, starting at verse 13, is Paul's sermon to the Jews in Israel, telling them the incredible work that God has done throughout generations that is now made complete in the life, death, and resurrection of Jesus. So if you've never read that story, stop this video right now and check out Paul's sermon there. It's compelling, it's convicting, and it's so powerful. In fact, the next week when it's time for synagogue, it's packed. The crowds are so large that the Jewish leaders say, uh-oh, this is trouble. We're told in Acts that they're jealous, they're threatened, and they start to incite a rebellion. So Paul and Barnabas say, all right, well, we came first to you with the story, but you would have none of it. So now we're opening this up to the Gentiles. Now this is not just about what God is doing in Israel and the children of Abraham. This is about far more, God's redemption of the world. So it's open now to those who are on the outside. This makes them outraged. And here's my practical reflection on this text today. What we see in the Jewish leaders is so common. It's so common to me. I bet you feel it too. It's jealousy. Do you ever feel jealous? I do. I see it in my kids who are 4 and 6, and I see it in me 3 decades later. The twinge of jealousy. And here in this story, it's blown into a full-blown rebellion. And what happens as a result of their jealousy is they miss out on something incredible. They miss out on life in Jesus. Faith, belief, not just here, but what we believe is life eternal, because they just can't wrap their mind around Jesus as the Messiah, as the fulfillment of the story they've been believing for so long. So here's my question as we read. Jealousy. Are you jealous of someone or something? And is it possible that jealousy is keeping you from something incredible? Maybe something God has for you. And what does it look like to fight that jealousy today? To pay attention to it. Give it a moment of your attention. And trust that God is not holding out on you or whatever that barrier is to moving beyond it. I know in my life, there have been peers, women who are, at my age and stage, and I think they're awesome, but I'm a little intimidated or a little jealous. And in those moments when I can push beyond my jealousy, I've encountered really incredible friendships. I've developed really incredible friendships with these women, and my life has been changed as a result. But if I had let jealousy have the last word, I'd be isolated, separated, and stuck in my weird bitterness, insecurity, comparison stage. So what is it for you? What are you jealous of? Who are you jealous of? And can you allow God to speak into that space? Because maybe he's inviting you into something on the other side of that jealousy that could change or save your life. Just like those synagogue leaders who were threatened, jealous by the crowd Paul was pulling in. Had they been able to set that aside, they would have been able to receive the greatest story ever told.